In just a week, DeepSeek has taken the AI world by storm, its models gaining massive attention for their impressive performance and free accessibility. DeepSeek has quickly shot to the top of the Apple App Store. It has sparked curiosity and concern alike. Now, with US officials investigating, DeepSeek's rapid rise is under intense scrutiny. David Sachs, the Trump administration's so-called czar of AI and crypto, made headlines this week with a bold claim. During an interview on Fox, David Sachs stated there is a substantial evidence that Chinese AI company DeepSeek might have used knowledge from OpenAI's models to train its own AI systems. First, I want you to see this clip where he is claiming that there is substantial evidence that DeepSeek used OpenAI's models to train its own.
Is there IP theft here? Did they steal some of what they were able to scale up here from us? And do we need to close the doors on what we're doing in terms of invention and technology?
Well, it's possible. There's a technique in AI called distillation, which you're going to hear a lot about, and it's when one model learns from another model. Effectively, what happens is that the student model asks the parent model a lot of questions, just like a human would learn. But AIs can do this, asking millions of questions, and they can essentially mimic the reasoning process that they learn from the parent model, and they can kind of suck the knowledge out of the parent model. And there's substantial evidence that what DeepSeek did here is they distilled the knowledge out of OpenAI's models. And I don't think OpenAI is very happy about this. And I think one of the things you're going to see over the next few months is our leading AI companies taking steps to try and prevent distillation. And so we'll see if the leading AI companies can prevent distillation by third-party companies. That would definitely slow down some of these copycat.
While he didn't share specifics or name his sources, he hinted that DeepSeek could have trained its models using responses generated by OpenAI's systems. For those who are not aware of this term, let me tell you, distilling knowledge in AI refers to a technique where a smaller or newer AI model learns from a larger, more advanced model by analyzing its responses rather than being trained on raw data from scratch. This technique is generally used to train language models for speech recognition, image recognition, and object detection. The goal of knowledge distillation is to train a more compact model to mimic a larger, more complex model. Whereas the objective in conventional deep learning is to train an artificial neural network to bring its predictions closer to the output examples provided in a training dataset. The primary objective in distilling knowledge is to train the student network to match the predictions made by the teacher network. Let me explain you by a simple example. Think of it like a student learning from a teacher. Instead of reading all the books the teacher studied, the student simply listens to the teacher's answers and patterns of thinking to develop their own knowledge. In the case of AI, this can happen when a company feeds prompts to an advanced AI model, like OpenAI's GPT-4. It collects its responses and then trains a new model to mimic those responses. This can allow the smaller model to gain similar capabilities without needing access to the original model's internal workings or training data. David Sachs also said that American companies should learn efficiency techniques from China's DeepSeek AI model.
I think it's a little bit of an overreaction to say that America doesn't need big AI data centers anymore. I think we need the build out of these big AI data centers. I think President Trump has expressed support for them, and I think we need to make it easier to build those data centers, to get them permitted and licensed, and to get power generated, electricity for those data centers. If we scale the biggest data centers, it is still an advantage. It is true that DeepSeek has shown new ways for AI models to be efficient, and I think our AI companies are going to learn and adopt those efficiency techniques as well. But you still want to be able to scale compute, and the data centers are essential for that.
As you see in the clip, he emphasized on the requirement of big AI data centers. I also agree with this point here. If you want to build more responsive and efficient AI model, you need big data centers to train them. For now, DeepSeek remains under scrutiny, and all eyes are on how situation unfolds. Amid this, President Donald Trump finally made a statement of DeepSeek. He said,
"Artificial intelligence regulation so that AI companies can once again focus on being the best, not just being the most woke." And today and over the last couple of days, I've been reading about China, and some of the companies in China, one in particular, coming up with a faster method of AI and much less expensive method. And that's good, because you don't have to spend as much money. I view that as a positive, as an asset. So I really think if it's fact and if it's true, and nobody really knows if it is, but I view that as a positive because you'll be doing that too, so you won't be spending as much and you'll get the same result, hopefully. The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world. Even Chinese leadership told me that. They said, you have the most brilliant scientists in the world in Seattle and various places. But Silicon Valley, they said, there's nobody like those people. This is very unusual when you hear a DeepSeek, when you hear somebody come up with something. We always have the ideas. We're always first. So I would say that's a positive. That could be very much a positive development. So instead of spending billions and billions, you'll spend less and you'll come up with, hopefully, the same solution. Under the Trump administration, we're going to unleash our tech companies and we're going to dominate the future like never before.
He has warned that the emergence of DeepSeek is a wake-up call for Silicon Valley. He indicated that if Chinese industry could come up with cheaper AI technology, U.S. companies would follow. What do you think? How America should respond to the rise of DeepSeek? Let me know your thoughts in comments. And if you are new on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an updates on AI industry. See you again.